your friends, neighbors, co-workers, classmates up here, possibly castmates if you've been in a show with us before. We have kids in our show from Smith, Hayes, St. Mary's, and homeschoolers. We have actors who come from as far afield as Plain City and Marion and even Westerville. But mostly we draw from our small local area, and we're delighted to perform for you because you're our friends and our neighbors. So we have a couple of housekeeping notes, and the first one is that this is a beautiful old building, and it has a beautiful old radiator system. And if you live in an old house like mine, you know the sound of water hammer. Well, these huge radiators, they sound like the water hammer of the gods. And it's possible that at some point during this show, probably in the second half, because that's when it happened yesterday, the radiators will start knocking. And it is this huge obtrusive noise. We can't use it in the show. There's no way to play with it or work it in. So I hope you will ignore it, because they're going to ignore it on stage and just keep on going. You know it's coming, so let it be. Maybe it won't. Another note is that you want to greet your favorite actors after the show, and so the way we're going to make that easy for you is that after curtain call, they're going to come in right here from this door and file down front, and you can come and meet and greet and shake hands, because when we all go out to the lobby, it's small, it's cramped, and when those doors are open, it's kind of cold. So greet your fellow actors in the warmth of the theater. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to say to you, but I don't know what it was, so please turn off your cell phones, always a good note. And we have a new tradition for starting a Shakespeare play, which was brought to us by our executive producer, Gregory Patterson. And it is the ringing of a bell to start a show, which is apparently a longstanding tradition at other theaters. So, without further ado, although this is not much ado, we give you A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Whoops, they need to be quiet.
My fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. For a happy day, bring in a new moon. But oh, how slow methinks this old moon wanes. She lingers out my desire like a stepdame or a dowager, withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate! Stir up the Athenian youth of merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth the funeral. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love, doing thee injury. But I wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling. Oh.
Happy be Theseus, my renowned Duke.
Thank you, Aegis. What news with you?
Full of vexation, my lord, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my Grand Duke, this man hath beseeched the bosom of my child. Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. By moonlight, at her window, thou hast sung beautiful love songs and stolen from her the impressions of her fantasy. With bracelets of thine hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosebleeds, sweet meats, and messengers of strong impairment. But mostly, through your cunning, you have filtered my daughter's heart and taken her obedience to me, which belongs to her father, and created a false authority. My noble Duke, if she refuses to consent to marriage before thy grace, I beg the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which means either to wed this young man or to her death. According to our law, immediately available to you, sir.
Say you? What say you, fair Hermia? Be advised, Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
Yes, in himself he is, but in this kind, wanting for your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would if my father looked but with my eyes.
Or rather, with your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty to plead my thoughts in such a presence, but I do beseech your grace that I may know the worst that is to befall me in the case I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's will, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon? Thrice blessed are they that master sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. Oh, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which living on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty to.
Take time to pause, fair Hermia, for on the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, for on that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love. And all that was in me, I send him my love. And all that was in she, my right to her, I do establish unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius's. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess I have heard as much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Good God. But Demetrius, come, and Aegis, come, I have some private schooling for you both. Hermia, arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, either to death or to a vow of single life. Fair Hermia, what cheer, love? Demetrius, Aegis, come along. I have some matters to employ you against our nuptials.
With duty, we shall follow thee, sir.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for one of rain, which I could well beteem from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, fraught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history. The course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to love.
or else miscraft in respect of years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as a lightning in the collied night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And her air matin hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. So let us teach our trial patience, as it is a customary cross, as due to love, as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 league, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, and by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, and by the fire which burned the Carthage queen when the false Troyan under sails was seen, by every vow that ever men have broke, and number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair, your eyes are lodestars, your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green and hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so yours would I catch, sweet Hermia, ere I go. My ear would catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue would catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, and Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look, with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no longer shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. In the time before Lysander I did see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh then, in what graces my love do dwell, for he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lover's flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gates that we devise to steal.
And in the woods, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, empty in their bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and I shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes and seek new friends in stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep promise, love. We must starve our sight from lover's food till tomorrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
Oh, how happy some, or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love of any judgment taste, for wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. Therefore love is said to be a child, for in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, the boy love is perjured everywhere. And ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he held on oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia's felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her. For this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
It were best to generally name the cast, name by name, man by man, according to the script.
Well, here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit throughout all Athens to play before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
Now, good Peter Quince, first treat what the play centers on, then name the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, the name of our play is The Most Lamentable Comedy and Most Cruel Death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A most wonderful piece, I assure you, and a merry. Now call forth your actors from the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves. No.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Present. Now name the part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
That will require tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure, but for the rest, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to split a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. That was lofty, wasn't it? Now, read the rest of your players from the scroll and proceed.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? Wandering night?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman.
That's your woman. That's your woman.
I have a beard coming.
You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
No. Let me play Thisbe. I can speak in a small, monstrous little voice. Disney. Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy lady dear, and Thisbe dear.
No, you must play Pyramus and Flute you, Thisbe.
Now proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Yeah, Peter Quince.
Robert Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother, Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play well fit.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be give it to me. I'm very slow of study.
It is extempore. Use nothing but warring.
Let me play the lion. I will roar you so that it will do any man's heart good to hear me roar. I will roar you that the Duke will say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly, that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us all, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you untwere a nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man, and therefore you must needs be Pyramus.
I will undertake it. Now, what beard were I best to perform it in?
Why, what you will.
I should discharge it in my straw-colored beard, or my orange tawny beard, or my purple and grain beard, purple, or my perfect crown-cut beard, your perfect yellow.
That one.
Oh, some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you would play it barefaced. But what a whip. Masters, here are your parts.
Thank you.
And I am to entreat you, to request you, and to desire you to come them by tomorrow night. And meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. And there will we rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we should be dogged by company, and our devices known. Pray you, in the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as our play needs.
Yes.
I pray you, fail me not.
Yes, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Be perfect, take pains, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Just enough, hold or cut bowstrings.
Over park, over pale, through flood, through fire.
I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere.
And I serve the fairy queen, to dew her orbs upon the green.
The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coats spots you see.
Those be rubies, fairy favors. In those freckles live their savors.
I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear.
Farewell, thou love of spirit.
I'll be gone.
The queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she is her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling.
And jealous Oberon would have the child, knighted his train to trace the forests wild.
But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him in flowers, and makes him all her joy.
And now they never meet in Grover Green, by fountain clear, or spank with starlight sheen. But they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow.
Are you not he that frights the maidens of the village race?
Skim milk and sometimes labor in the quirm, and bootless makes the breathless housewife turn.
And sometime make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm.
Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am the merry wanderer of the night. I gesture Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes lurk, I, in a gossip spore, in the very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale, the wisest I'm telling the saddest tale. Sometimes for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her button-down topple shoe.
And Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and then the whole choir holds their hips and laughs.
And waxen in their mirth and sneeze and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there.
But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress.
Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland in the shape of corn, sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steep of India? But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and warrior-loved Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Do thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Iago break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or rushy brook, when the beach margin to the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious falls, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continent. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. Fold stands empty in the brown field. Nyman's morass is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with hymn nor carol blessed. Therefore the moon, governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air. The rheumatic diseases do abound, and through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Spring, summer, childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. And the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies with you. Why should Titania cross Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order. And the spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, sat with me on Neptune's yellow sand, marking the embarked traders in the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she with pretty and swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land, fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up the boy. And for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance, till after Theseus' wedding day, thou will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels. Go else. If not, shun me, and I will spare your harm.
Give me the boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory to hear a mermaid on a dolphin's back, singing with such a dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
From that very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vessel thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon. And the imperial votaress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free, but marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and the maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids lay will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put the gird around about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she's asleep and drop the liquor in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, unmeddling monkey, or unbusy ape, she shall pursue in the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, ere I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible and will overhear their conference.
Love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me there was still an unto this wood, and here I am, and woe within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but you draw not iron. For my heart is true steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow thee.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainness should tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
Oh, and even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave unworthy as I am to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that, it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run as you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed, bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
Unless I like questions, let me go. Or if you do follow me, but do not believe it, I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the town, in the temple, in the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon that hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a place where the wild thyme blows, where oxlip and the nodding violet grows. Quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. An Athenian lady's in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies might be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, effected with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Some to kill cankers and musk rose buds. Some war with rare mice for the leathern wings to make mice small elves' coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue. Horny hedgehogs be not seen. Birds and gliders do not run. Come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody. Singing our sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Weaving spiders, come not near, hence you long-legged spinners' hands. Beetles black approach not near. Worm nor snail do no offense. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm. Come out, lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby. La 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 lullaby.
Hence, away, now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
Demetrius, when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love's sake. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce, cat, or bear, hawk, or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Our way. Will rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and a troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchanged with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. Then by your side, no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for loving courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, such separation may as well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force of stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Sweet Sebastian she doth wear, this is he my master said, despise the Athenian maid. And here the maiden sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this black love, this kill courtesy. Sure left thy eyes, I throw all the power of this charm doth sow. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sweet to see on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Easy walk off the stage.
Stay! Though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not hunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine were oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away with fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine may me compare with Hermia's spherine? But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What? Though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says, you are the witherer maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now ripe not to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes where I overlook love's stories, written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? No, it's not enough. It's not enough, young man, that I never did, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do, in this disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all thee be hated, but the most of me. In all my powers, address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Oh, Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What, removed? Lysander? No sound, no word? Gone? Oh, alack, speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here is a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the dew.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies will never abide. How answer you that?
By Our Lady of Perilous Fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all's done.
No, not a whit. I have a remedy for that. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus indeed is not killed. And for the more better assurance, let the actor say that he, Pyramus, is not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. Put it in the prologue, and I think that will put them out of fear.
Well, we shall have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Oh, no. Make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I will address that. Now, gentlemen, you should consider among yourselves to bring in a lion, God shield us, among ladies is a most fearful thing. Because there's no more fearful wildfowl living than your lion. And I think we ought to look to it.
Then another prologue shall be written to tell that he's not a lion.
Nay.
That's a good idea.
Nay, let him name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies or fair ladies, I would ask you, I would request you, I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life, for I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, and there let him say his name and plainly state that he is.
It's not the joiner, but you said I'd only have to roar.
Yes.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is, we must bring moonlight into the chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, as you know, meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
I don't know. Find calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine. Now, find out moonshine.
It's not loading. I can't.
Romeo snapped me.
You never responded to my Candy Crush request.
Sorry.
The moon.
It's not loading.
The moon.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Then you may place a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in the casement.
Aye, or one must come in with a lantern and a bush of thorn and say that he comes to disfigure, to present the person of moonshine.
Yes.
And then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says this story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall.
They're so heavy.
What say you, Bottom?
Well, some man must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every master's son, and review your parts. Pyramus, you begin, and after you have spoken your speech, enter into that break.
Oh, yes.
And so everyone, according to your cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering there? So near the cradle of the fairy queen?
What do you think of that part?
What a play toward! I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see it calls.
Speak, Pyramus, and Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, thy flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors, not odorous.
Odors, savor sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark! What, a voice? Stay here but a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus in our plague here.
Must I speak now?
I marry must you, for you must know he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colors like the red rose on triumphant bough, most frisky juvenile and most lovely Jew, as true as the truest horse. And yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's too.
Ninnis's too.
Ninnis's, oh.
Why, you must not say that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, Enter, your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
As true as the truest horse, and yet would never tire.
Oh, Thisbe, if I were ever fair, I were only thine. Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom. Bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass out of me and to fright me. But I will not stir from this place, no matter what they do. I will sing, and so they hear I am not afraid. The Usen cock, so black in hue, this orange tawny bill, the throstle with his notes so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the true song true to Dre, whose note, whose many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again, for mine ear is much enamored of thy note, and so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues perforce doth move me, on the first view, this day, to swear I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you had little reason for that. But to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity. Honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek on occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I could find my wit enough to make my way out of this wood, I would have enough for mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. For I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my estate, and I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll fetch thee jewels from a deep, and sing while on pressed flowers that asleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
Ready? And I. 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 Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eye. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesy.
Hail, mortal. Hail. 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 Hail.
Oh, that's all. I beg your worship's mercy heartily. I beg your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire more acquaintance with you, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peach Blossom.
Pray you, commend me to your mother, Mistress Squash, and her father, Master Peascod. I know that I will desire more of your acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. Or Peas Blossom. Your name, kind gentleman.
Mustard Seed.
Good, Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That giant-like ox beef client has divided and devoured many a gentleman in your household. I assure you and promise you that your airs have made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire more of your acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some forced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
Wonder if Titania be awaked. What then the next came in her eye was she must dote on in extremity. How now, mad spirit, what night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, when met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day, the shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook the scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, and asses know I fixed on his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. So when they him spy, so at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears the strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their peril snatch, some sleeves, some hats from all Yoder's things to catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
This falls out better than I could devise, but hast thou yet latched the Athenian eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, so when he is waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander while sleeping, being over shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he unto me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon as this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and displease her brother's noontides with the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim?
So should a murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I would rather give his carcass to my hound.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou strivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him while being awake, and hast thou killed him while sleeping? Oh, brave touch, could not a worm and adder do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death with bankrupt sleep to sorrow, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy provisions must perforce ensue. Some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then the fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eye against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the air from the Tartar's bow.
You can't find good help these days, I swear. Flower of this purple dye, hits with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena's here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Think that I should woo in scorn. Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth. Oh, devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what my love shall I compare thy nine? Crystal is muddy, oh how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure, congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. And thou holdst up thy hand, oh let me kiss this princess of pure white, and this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you were all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia. And now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you of my part. And yours of Helena to be bequeathed, whom I do love, and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none.
If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone.
My heart to her but as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. 'Twas not by mine eye Lysander found, but mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me here?
Why should he stay who love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee known? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo! She is part of the Confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the time that we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, is all forgot? All childhood innocence, all school-day friendships? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both in one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries, see, with two seeming bodies, but one heart. Two to the first, like coats and heraldry, due but to one, and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder, and join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. My sex, as well as yourself, may chide you for, as well as myself may chide you for it.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems as though you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to praise my eyes and face? And made your other love Demetrius, who did but now spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, precious, rare, celestial. Wherefore says he this to her hates? And wherefore doth Lysander, whose love so rich within your soul, deny your love, but by your setting on, by your consent? What, though I be not so hung upon in love as you? So fortunate, but miserable most, love unloved, this you should pity, rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
Do persevere, counterfeit your sad looks, make mouths upon me when I do turn my back, wink each at other, the sport well carried shall be chronicled. Make such an argument of me, well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. I see you are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing let loose. I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why have you grown so rude, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny daughter, out. Out, low, Hedison, holy Bojan, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not trust your word.
What? Should I harm her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Hate me? What greater harm can you do than hate? Am not I Lysander? No, I'm not Lysander. I'm Hermia. You're Lysander. I'm as fair now as I was ere while. Since night you loved me, yet since night you, oh God, left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler. You canker blossom. You thief of love. Why have you gone and stolen my love's heart from him? Have you no modesty? No maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you! Puppet. Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And have you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I'm not yet so low, but that my nails can't reach unto thy I pray you, gentlemen, though you mock me, let her not strike me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her. Lower? Hark again. Ah! Wait, good Hermia. Do not be so bitter with me. I have never wronged you, Hermia. Did ever love you. Did ever keep your counsel. Never wronged you, but save that in love unto Demetrius. But he hath hence chid me and threatened me to strike me, to spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now you will let me quiet go? To Athens will I bear my folly back, and I will follow you no longer. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am? Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you? Oh, a foolish heart I leave here behind. What, with Lysander? What? No, with Demetrius. No.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not. But you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school.
And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of tender and not grass made! You feed, you acorn!
You are to afflict in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she hold thee not. Now follow, if thou darest to try who's right, of mine or thine, and most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back. I will no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands may be quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer to run away. I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence, still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man with the eating garnets he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and so far am I glad it so did sort, as this new jingling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron. And lead these testy rivals so astray as one not come within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor has this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream in fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, in league whose date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my fairy queen, and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things will be peace.
My fair lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds at full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may trend, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere today.
Up and down, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared through field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander! Speak again. Now run away. A coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars? telling the bushes thou lookest for, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod that heaves the fire that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, and you'll try no manhood here.
He scolds it for me, yet still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. And here I am in dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, but if thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot, thou was once before me, shift in every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Things constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Thy days approach. Look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east, that I may back down in spite daylight. And from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more, two of both kinds makes up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled by dew and torn by briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs cannot keep pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleeping sound, I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, that every man shall tell his own. In your waking shall be shown, Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. Man shall have his Marigan, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Master Cobweb?
Here.
Good Monsieur Cobweb, good master, get your weapon in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee at the top of a thistle. And do bring me the honey bag. Monsieur, do not fret yourself too much in this effort, and have a care that the honey bag break not, for I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag. Where is mustard seed?
Ready.
Grab your neff, Mr. Mustard Seed, and Scratcher. Pray you, leave your manners.
What's your will?
Nothing more but to help good Master Cobweb scratch. I must to the barber's. For methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tones and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow. But I pray you, let none of your people I believe you have not. Yes, none of your people stir me for not so not any other reason. For I have had a great explosion of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee my bare arms. Fairies, be gone, and be all ways away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, the female and ivy, and rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometimes on the bud was wont to swell like round and orient pearls. No. Like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me in her fairy sent to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. But, gentle Puck, take off this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he waking when the others do, shall back to Athens then again repair, and think no more of this night's accident, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud over Cupid's flower have such force and blessed power. Now, my queen, wake you, Titania.
Oh, visions have I seen. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while, Puck, take off this head. Sound music and strike more dead than common sleep all the five the sense.
Music, oh, music such as charm us sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music, Titania, take hands with me and rock the ground wherein these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly, and bless it all to fair prosperity.
Fairy King, attendant Mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then in silence sad, trip we after night's shade. We the globe can encompass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Hey, go one of you, find out the forester. For now our observation is performed. And since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. On a couple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
Oh. I was with Hercules and Cadmus once when, in a wood of Crete, they bayed the bears with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for, besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each a cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this is Lysander.
Yeah.
And here, Demetrius. And Helena, old Nadar's Helena. I wonder of them being here together.
Well, no doubt they arose early to observe the rite of May, and hearing of our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But Aegis, speak, is not this the day Hermia is to give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Bid the huntsman, wake them with your horns. Yeah. Must have been some party. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds do, but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
No. I pray you all, stand up, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred should be so far from jealousy, but to sleep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet, as I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and as I bethink me, so it is, I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of any law.
No, I've heard enough. I demand the law against him, on his head. They would have stolen away, Demetrius, they would have, and thereby taken us by defeat. You of your wife and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord. Fair Hermia, that Helena told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helena, in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I would not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow seems to me now, as in remembrance of an idle toy, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And now, all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object in pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, there I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food. But as in health, come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will evermore be true to it.
Well, fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse, more we will hear anon. Aegis, I will overbear your will. For by and by in the temple with us, these lovers shall eternally be knit.
Oh, I've heard enough.
And since the morning is somewhat worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found my Demetrius like a jewel. Mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Was not the Duke just here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father too.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us go, and on the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Oh, God! Peter Quince! Flute the bellows mender, snout the tinker, got my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. Oh. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what the dream was. Man is but an ass. Well, if ye go about to expound this dream, methought I was, but there is no man who can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand cannot taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall ask Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom Stream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter half of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Nice and sad.
To Bottom's house, is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he not come, then the play is mud. He goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
He hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Aye, and the best person, too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. Paramours, God bless us to think of not.
Masters, Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 more lords and ladies married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom. Thus has he lost 6 pence a day. And as the Duke's not giving him 6 pence a day, like you, I'll be hanged. You would have deserved it. 6 pence a day and he'll miss on nothing.
Where are these hearts? Masters!
Hey, our most happy hour.
I am to discourse true wonders to you, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I'm no true Athenian.
Well, let us hear it, Bully Bottom.
All right, I'll tell you everything right as it fell out. You see, no, not a word about me. What I will tell you is that the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man go o'er his part. For the long and the short is, our play is preferred. Let Thisbe have clean linens, and let not him who plays the lion pare his nails, for they are to hang out as the lion's claws. And do most, dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I want to hear it said that we had conducted a sweet comedy. Now, no more words. Away. Go away.
Is there anything else?
Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething imaginations, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than good reason ever comprehends. Such tricks hath strong imagination that if it would but apprehend some joy, it then comprehends the bringer of that joy. And then if in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear?
But all the story of the night told o'er, and all their minds transfigured so together, it more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever, strange and admirable.
Indeed.
My Duke, it seems the citizens of Athens have given us some extra time after our nuptials to...
That is fabulous. We don't get enough time between the ceremony and the reception.
My Duke, thou art as witty as thou art handsome.
Here come the fair lovers now, full of joy and mirth. Joy and gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your heart.
More than to us, waiting royal walks, your board, your bed.
What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away the long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, my
Just say, what abridgments have you? How else shall we beguile the lazy hour if not with some delight?
There is a brief, however many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will hear first. The battle of the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Oh no.
No on the eunuch harp.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
No tipsy rage.
thrice, 3 muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary.
This is boring.
No beggary either. One more?
A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? Well, that is hot ice and strange, wondrous snow. How come the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt.
Oh, it's gotta be one.
Not one player fitted.
And tragical, my noble lord it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself. Which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter, never shed.
No.
Who are they that play it?
Hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who never labored in their minds till now. And now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we shall hear it!
No, my noble lord, no, it is not for you. I've heard it over, and there's nothing in the world unless you can find sport in their intent. Extremely strife. I'm with cruel pain to do you service.
We will hear that play.
Must wait.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
My sweet, you shall hear no such thing.
They say they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our duty shall be to take what they mistake. Love, therefore, in tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most to my capacity. Please. Let them approach.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
I tried it first. It does better. Yes, it does.
If we offend, it is with our good will.
That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill.
To show our simple skill as the true beginning or end.
Consider then we come but in despite.
We do not come as minding to continue our true intent
Is
all fear light we are not here. That you should here repent the act us out hand.
and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
Oh, just what delightful. These fellows doth not stand on points.
They have read their prologue like a rough colt. They know not to stop.
A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, they hath played on their prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered.
Who is next? Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show.
Oh, yeah.
But wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know, and this beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth presenteth woe, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through whose chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This boy with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn doth presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninnis's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hides by name,
Grisly indeed.
the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stay. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast. And Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. The rest of which that Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
Was that the play? Oh, boy. I wonder if lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, once Snout by name, present wall. And such a wall as would have you think that had in it a crannied hole, or chink,
I mean, we couldn't get
through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. This stone, this rough cast, and this loam doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the lovers are to whisper.
That was not a whisper. Got it. Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
Oh, it is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall, silence.
Sorry.
Oh, grim-looked night, O night with hue so black, O night which art ever when day is not. O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, who stands between her father's ground and mine, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink, that I may blink with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove, shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. So curse thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, be insensible, should curse again.
Oh, no. In truth, sir, he should not. You see, deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It shall all stand pat, as I told you. And now she comes.
Thank you.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colors like the red rose on Tronfenboil. That was not my line. O wall, though often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and thee, my cherry lips bopped into fair stones. Those stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice, now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou like, I am thy lover's grace. Oh, kiss me through the hole in this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole and not your lips at all.
Thisbe, wilt thou meet me straightway at Ninnis' tomb?
Ninnis' tomb. Good.
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
And thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, being done, away the wall must go.
Now the mirror was down between these two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best is kind are but shadows. And the worst are no worse if imagination may amend them.
Well, love, it must be your imagination then, because it's not theirs.
Just go.
Here come the noodles of Easton.
A man and a lion. A man and a lion.
Man and a lion. Got it.
Man and a lion.
This way.
My name's Clark, and I like biscuits and waffles. It helps me calm down.
Oh, good. Okay.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough, in wildest rage doth roar. Oh. Then know that I, one...
Snug the joiner.
Snug the joiner, am. Fellas, I forgot my name.
It's Clark.
A lion fell, nor else no lion's dame. For if I, as lion, were to come in strife into Noodle's tomb, 'twere pity on my life.
What did he say?
A very gentle beast and of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Oh, not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I'm sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the... If it helps, we don't know what it means either.
It is well. Leave it to his discretion. Let us listen to the moon.
The moon, go.
This lantern doth the horn and moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within their circumference.
This lantern doth the horn and moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
No. This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. I was as if the man in the moon.
He dares not go there for the candle, for you see, it's already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would that he would change.
It appears by some small light that he is already in the wane.
But yet, in courtesy, in all reason, your grace, let us stay the time.
Come on.
Proceed, moon.
All I say is the sand on the moon, I the man on the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog. Yep.
Well, they should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon.
Silence! Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Ninnis?
Oh, Ninnis' tomb. Ninnis' tomb. That's his.
This is old Nixon's tomb. Where is my love?
Well run, Thisbe!
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
And so the light vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for now shining so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good stained with blood. Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut, thread, and thrum. Quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a good friend would go to make man look sad.
Be true, my heart, but I pity the fool.
Dull nature, wherefore didst thou lions frame, since lion foul hath devoured my dear, which is, oh, no, which was the fairest dame, who lived, who loved, who liked, who looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword and wound, the pap of Pyramus, aye, the left pap where the heart doth hop. Thus, die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight. Now die, 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 die.
With the help of a good surgeon, he might still recover. Then prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight.
Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Finally! Methinks you should not use a long one for such a man. I pray she will be brief.
I'm not to turn the ballads. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe, he for a man, God warrant us, she for a woman, God bless us.
Oh, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Thus she means, Vitalice.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Pure miss of eyes. Speak, speak. Quite dumb. Dead, dead. Her tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. All gone, all gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were as green as palms. No. Eucalyptus leaves. No. Leeks. Oh, sister three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gorse and sheer of shore, and sheer instead of silk. Tongue not a word, come, trusty sword, come blade my breast and blue. Farewell, friends. Thus this ends. Adieu, doobie doo.
That leaves Moonshine and Lion to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
Oh, no, sir. The wall that parted their fathers is down. Would it please you to see the epilogue?
No. You stay on the epilogue end. I pray for you. Your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Pyramus had hanged himself, and Thisbe's garter would have been very truly and notably discharged. Good night. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the morn after having watched this palpable gross play. Away with us, to bed.
Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide. So everyone let's forfeit sprite in the churchway path to glide, and death you run from the presence of the sun. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with a broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through the house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortune. So shall all the couples three ever true and loving be.
With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and through each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace ever shall in safety rest, and the owner of it bless. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all ere break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this week, in idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles do not reprehend, and if you pardon, we will mend. As I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends erelong. Else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
You split snakes with dumb and dumb, for hedgehogs may not see. Newt and night words do no wrong. Come, let me a fairy